Hi, my name is Megan, and it has been 2 years since I uploaded anything to this channel. Almost 2 years. March of 2019 was my last video, and I wasn't missed, and that's fine. The whole point of this channel was for me to upload little memory capsules so that I could come back and watch them like later on, and that's exactly what happened. I watched my January 2019 time capsule, and I was like, yeah, that was the whole point. So we're gonna try it again, and who's to say? Um, I apologize because I'm filming on my laptop, and the quality is horrible, horrible. And like this is the sun, just streaming in from the windows, so like not complaining, but also maybe we'll just pretend that this is a good omen. We'll just keep the good omen right here. That's gonna be our friend for the rest of the video. So yeah, I watched my January 2019 time capsule, and the girl I was 2 years ago was full of energy, and I guess that hasn't really changed. I'm exactly the same, and as I get into this, I'll be just as babbly and weird as I was 2 years ago, so that's great. You're welcome to go back and watch that video, but it's not required for this video. Let us jump into cross stitch because this is my number one hobby. I use this platform, this area to create little capsules of hobbies and stuff that I did this month. So cross stitching is still my number one hobby. It's my number one love. So I'm just gonna show you some completed works that I finished. I was talking about them 2 years ago in my January video, and they are since complete. So we're going to go over those, and then I'm going to show you what I'm stitching on now. So, cross stitch. Am I right? In my video, I was showing you pieces that I was stitching on, and I was hoping to finish that year. So I'm going to show you the completed pieces. The first one that I talked about was Cirque de Triangle from Ink Circles. Okay, it's not framed. I have a finished cross-stitch drawer where they all just get folded and shoved in the drawer. So I'm sorry, it's wrinkly. But again, we have this good omen here. It's fine. We're not going to talk about the state of the stitches right now. But here is the finished Cirque de Triangle. Cirque de Triangle. I think I probably started stitching this, I don't want to say 10 years ago, but somewhere in that ballpark point, and it was the first time I had ventured into dark fabric. It's an Aida, and I wanted it to have like that neon, hey, I mastered it. Look at that, neon. I wish I had made the center part pink and not mint green, but other than that, I think it's okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Excuse me, Omen. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. My father has promised my mother and I a gallery wall for us to hang our finished cross stitches, which is nice of him. But that's Cirque de Triangle, and it took me years, but well, I finished it, which was great. And I finished it in the time that I had hoped to finish it, which is even better. The next one that I was talking about in my 2019 video was I was stitching on the Birthstone Girls from Soda Stitches. And I had shown you awkwardly the January Garnet Girl still on the fabric. So since then I have fully finished all of them. I fully finished them on my own in a controversial way. So here she is. Here's Garnet. I clearly didn't center her properly. Hey, first try, not bad, right? So the fabric is stuck to acid-free like sticky board, and then this little frame I got from Michael's. Um, she's fully finished, but I still want to like add stuff to it because you know she's kind of boring. Isn't she pretty? And it's so nice. So I swap them out every month so that one of them is always sitting on my desk, and you can't see the sparkles in the thread, but oh, there, can you? Oh man, light the way. No, you can't. Anyway, so she's about to go away for a while, and then Amethyst is gonna come out, but that I'd show her to you. I know it's not a great quality of finish, but I'm pretty proud of the finish though. Just saying. I'm just saying. And they're all finished exactly that way, so they're the same size, the same everything, and I store them in acid-free tissue paper, and I, you know, whenever I change my calendars over, I just change out the girls too. So, yeah. It was fun. It was cute. They were easy stitches. Really easy. The next one that I talked about was Quotes to Live by Tiny Modernist. I was talking about in the video about how I was going to try and beat my mother to finish it, and I smoked her. I don't even know if she's done. I'm sure she is done, but it took her much longer. Sorry, Mom. So that's the finished Quotes to Live by Tiny Modernist. Again, this is an Aida fabric, a dark Aida fabric. I love Tiny Modernist's designs. She does such a good job, and she's Canadian, and I'm Canadian. So, I don't know. I'm sure you've seen this all over the place, but I don't even know if I have a favorite quote. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to take these out and look at them every now and then because, again, they are sitting peacefully waiting to be properly framed in my project drawer. So that is Quotes to Live By. The last one that I showed you in January of 2019 was my Zodiac, it's a Zodiac Sal, and it is by Clouds Factory. Pretty sure it's Clouds Factory. Ooh. This is the one that where I did all of the borders in like gold treasure braid, and I beaded. So beading, I love beading. Treasure braid. This is a family show. There's the Zodiac. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I can get you up close and personal to at least one of them. So see the treasure braid, and then all the little stars and their eyes are all beaded all around. So like these stars here in the constellation, they're beaded. It was a lot of fun. It was really pretty. I was all proud of myself for having it done, and then I forgot that I had to do these little corners. These things. Ugh, so I had to go back and pull back out my treasure braid, suffer through the corners, not because the corners are bad, but because they are treasure braid. So those were all of the finishes that I was talking about. No, those are all of the finishes that I had finished that I was talking about when I was originally stitching them. Yeah, I don't know. That sentence was a disaster. They're all done. All of the ones that I was talking about in the video are done, are finished. Well done, me. And then last year, 2020, okay, I have a very structured stitching style, and some people think I'm crazy, but it works for me. When I just kind of choose a project to stitch on, I get so overwhelmed. So if I break it down and I schedule times to stitch on things, it's just way easier for me. So in 2020, I had started a HAID. I had started the Stitching Shelf by, I want to say, Amy Stewart. And then what else was I stitching on? I think I definitely started the Cricut collection from like the monthly Cricuts. They're the months of the year, like January, designed by Cricut, Cross-eyed Cricut. Oh shoot! I forgot to show you this. I finished this. Ooh, it has like all of these little specialty stitches. Look at these roses. Excuse me. Crushed it. Sorry, yeah, I meant to show you this, and then I got busy talking about other things. But this it's not that big. I needed a little project to finish to practice my specialty stitches because I have a chatelaine in my stash that I would like to start someday. But I wanted a little practice, so I think this was in just cross stitch over the course of a couple of issues, and I think it would have been in later 2019 because I was still working at the jewelry store, and I got my new job last, like, 2019 September. Yes, so I finished this in 2019 as well. I'm sorry. 2020, Hade and crickets. And I know there's something else, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was that I started in January. I want to say that I only had 2, but I'm most likely lying to you. So, I'm not going to show you those because I'm actually still stitching both of them, so I'll show you now because I'm going to talk about what I'm stitching now. So for January, for 2021, I have 4 and maybe 5 razor focus projects because that's just what I do. By the looks of it, I won't finish any of them this year, which is crushing, but it is what it is. So I keep track of my stitching in a calendar like this. It's like a just cheap little dollar store, like, monthly calendar. So I use designated washi tape to show, you know, like, when I stitched on what. Some of them are sparkly. Hello. So I have 4 that I stitched on this month. So I started off the year stitching on January from the Cricut collection. And I think my goal last year was to stitch at least 2 letters a month. And I made that for January. I made that goal. And this year, my goal is really just to stitch 1 because, you know, I know that they're going to take a while and some of them are going to take longer than others, and it's fine. I've resigned myself to the fact that it's going to be a long haul project to do all 12. So I ordered all of these things. How do I want to word this? I ordered the materials, the fabric and the pattern, way in advance, and then started it January 1st, 2020, and by the time I started the first Cricut, I had purchased all the materials for all of them, and I wish I hadn't done that because I hate the fabric, and that means I hate the fabric on all of them because it's the same fabric, it's just different color. Same count, same everything. I don't even remember what it is, in all honesty, but I hate it. Hate it. But it's okay. So here's where I am at. Oh, what are you doing in there? No, thank you. Bye-bye. I did needle in there. Anyway, so here's where I am. GAANU. So I stitched the 3. I stitched January, little angel. I stitched the A and the N last year, and then I stitched the U this year. So pretty good progress, I think. 4 letters. I have 3 left. Oh my god, is it going to take me 3 more years to stitch? No. 2022, I think I will make finishing the Cricuts top priority. But there's just so many things that I love to stitch. So that is the Cricut collection. I do have little Ipsy makeup bags that go with each project. Pretty good, right? Same kind of mint color. Okay. Has nothing to do with January. It just matches the color of the fabric. I have a large, like, color collection for the Cricuts. I didn't buy every one over again, so, like, a couple patterns have the same color. I just rotate those colors through the patterns. I don't buy them new every time because who has that kind of money. That being said, I would one day love to purchase the entire DMC collection. Last time I looked it up online in American prices, it was like $500. I was like, ooh, ugh. Want, but not that badly. So that is my January Cricut. I don't think I stitched on it very long. I didn't. I stitched on it the first weekend of January, so the 1st and 2nd. Friday, Saturday. That was it. That's all I stitched on it for. And I finished the letter in 2 days, so okay, crushed it. The next one that I started, back in my 2019 video, I talked about, I was keeping my eye on some Gecko Rouges, 4 in particular. I saved up enough money and I purchased all 4. I'm so excited. Gecko Rouges are tricky because like they're full coverage and I already have 2 Hades that I'm working on, so now I have 3 full coverage pieces that I'm stitching on. But the Gecko Rouges are a little different because at least the section that I stitched on this month was like just 3 shades of beige, which moves a lot faster, but it's also like, that's a lot of beige. I like the Gecko Rouge kits. I especially love their patterns. They have such nice quality patterns, so I'm not gonna show you the one that I'm stitching on yet, but they come in like this nice little bound book, and you can take this plastic thing off and just like look at the pages that you want. So, and I don't want to show you the pattern, but like it's big, like it's easy to read, it's nice and big, it's beautiful. So, Sandra Vargas is an artist on Gecko Rouge, or she has her work on Gecko Rouge, I should say. And there are 4 of her pieces that are seasonal owls. And I bought all 4. So the one that I'm stitching on right now is the winter owl. Like, look at this, all beige. I haven't hit the owl yet. That Sandra Vargas is not there. It is just all beige. So I stitched an entire page. I had a page finish of just beige. It comes on this easy grid fabric. I hate it. I hate easy grid fabric, and I'm worried because it's red lines and I stitched in beige, so I hope the red comes out and doesn't bleed into the, I've never stitched with the red lines, so I'm worried. I think before I start the next one, I'm going to wash the fabric first and see if I can get the lines a little bit fainter for when I'm stitching them. I don't know. I'm just worried. Like, I would hate to do all of that work and then have it stain. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so this is a full page of straight up beige, and you can, like, you see what I mean? You can see these red lines through. Not okay. I bought the matching needle minder for each and every single one of them. And then I have this little sleepy owl because isn't he the cutest? Except the fabric, when I'm stitching, the thread gets caught in this like hat. That's okay. Anyway, so, and they're smaller than I thought they were. Like, they're not that big. And here's the other thing that's annoying me is that the magic grid is 20 by 20, not 10 by 10. So 4 squares fit in 1 square. So like, it's not easy. It's not magic. It's harder. It's harder because I'm like, I don't. How is this in relation to the gridding? And then the lines take up 2 full rows of stitches. So like, how does that? Where's that? I'm figuring it out. It's been fun. It's easy stitch because it's just straight up beige. So I'll stitch on him again this month. I'll stitch on him until spring starts, and then I'll start the spring owl, which I'm super excited for. They're all really cute, except they all have beige backgrounds. So it's just going to be pages and pages and pages of beige. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You get a lot of work done when you're only stitching in 1 color. And I stitched on him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So I got a page finish in 7 stitching days. He's like this really pretty dark blue sparkle. Heck yes. The next one that I stitched on, I love Tiny Modernist, but she screws me up all the time because I had 3 projects I was focusing on. The Cricket, the Haid, and the Gecko Rouge, and then she came out with that beautiful Zodiac Sowl, and I needed it, so I got it. So I'm stitching also the Zodiac Sowl. I had ordered some fabric from a local needle store, and it was taking 1,000 years to get here. So I called the store and I said, I want to start this project. Where's my fabric? And they were like, oh, we're still waiting for it from the States. And I said, okay, not a problem. Do you have anything similar? So I had purchased a darker kind of sky fabric type thing, and I ended up going for a lighter one because I could get it faster. I don't hate it, so we're fine. We're totally fine. And I managed to finish it before Aquarius started. Her patterns come out on the 1st of the month, but like Aquarius, she almost has it like 1 month shifted from how I understand it. So the primary, for me at least, the primary zodiac of January is actually Capricorn, because like Aquarius doesn't change, it doesn't turn into Aquarius until the 22nd, which is more than halfway past the month. So she started the Aquarius on the 1st, and I was like, okay, I get that. Like, you're starting in January, Aquarius happens in January, I get it. But I was just like, okay, I've just got to like wrap my brain around the fact that it's okay. It's I'm not complaining. It's just her patterns are beautiful. I have way too much fabric for the pattern, but that's Aquarius. I'm sure you've. Oh, I'm so sorry that my quality is so crappy. I'm filming on my laptop, which I just dropped yesterday, so I'm hoping it's gonna be okay. But there she is, Aquarius. This border is beautiful, but it is going to kill me. And I got the circle ready for the next one, so I can just pop that in there. The needle minder I have is not related to the zodiac at all. Didn't have the time to purchase a needle minder. He's just the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Like, the fabric is huge. Excuse me. Huge. But, it's all good. It's all good. So that is the Zodiac Sal from Tiny Modernist. I just threw that in the wrong pile. Come back. Oh, I don't have a project bag for the Gecko Rouge because the threads come in one of those like thread keep things with the symbols, because they don't use DMC colors. They use their own. They use DMC threads, but they don't use DMC numbers. But this is the project bag I'm using for this Zodiac Sal, and I think it's the same project bag I used for the Clouds Factory one. But hey, reduce, reuse, recycle. So, yes. But I won't finish it this year because she actually has 13 parts. So it won't be done until next February, probably. Which maybe you'll see if I'm able to keep up with this. I'm going to make 0 promises. I stitched on Aquarius for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight days. That's this one. 6 straight days. Good. I was worried I wasn't going to finish her in time, but I finished her just in time. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my Haids. I have 2. I started the stitching shelf in January of last year. And I did that thing that I do where I abandon the project. But I don't, it's not that I don't love it. I still love the project. But I started in the bottom right corner as opposed to the top left, because it goes from blue to orange to pink to green, and I like pink. So anyway, that's what I've got. I don't know if you can even see the details. It's the side, and like, it's really pretty, and I do still want to stitch it, so I have to think of a reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, and I have everything still like parked. It's been parked for a while. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll get back to it. I promise that I will. But anyway, it's all of the fabric is also like just crammed in this what are these called? What are those called? What are they called? Grime? Grime? Whatever. You know what they are. And then I had my birthday in July of last year, July 2020. And Haid released a new pattern. And I fell madly in love. Like, madly in love with this pattern. I have never fell so hard for a pattern in all of my time stitching, which has been more than half my life. I want to show you the full picture. So hopefully I can figure out a way to put the whole picture in. It's called June Blooms. I can't remember the artist's name, but she's stunning. Stunning. Anyway, so I picked out this really nice buttery fabric. It's not white, it's like an off pink. You know, like I wanted to start off on a good foot so that I would love stitching on this for the entire time that it takes to stitch. I hate. Look what I did. I didn't stop. Look at me. I'm so proud. This is a full page and I'm almost on a second page. Excuse me, third time's a charm. It's a lot of green and I hate green. I hate green, but the actual girl is like somewhere over here. She's so beautiful. She's beautiful. So, email. It's just so pretty. I'll show her. And I'm not sick of it, which is apparently an ever-present problem with me and Haid's. So that is... oh, sorry. I only stitched on her 2 days this month. 3 days. I stitched on her 3 days. 1, 2, 3. If I have some time left over today, it's the 29th of January today. I'll stitch on her today as well, but we'll see. So those are my projects that I have stitched or am stitching on. And that is it for January. What a great review. Thank you for spending time with me. Special thanks to the Good Omen, who's just been pleasantly blinding the audience for however long this video is. I'm pretty sure it's the sun. Oh, you know what? It's my light. It's my light. Shoot, here I was being like, woo, sunshine, but it is 100% my ceiling light. Whatever. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good February. I hope I can still upload something in February. Future me, have a good February. Merry February. Happy birthday to all the Aquariuses. Happy birthday to the future Pisces. I have an Aquarius in my life. I have a couple Aquariuses in my life. So happy birthday to all you fabulous Aquariusi. And yeah. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.